Happiness, the cure for back pain. Now, this title may be a little misleading because I don't know that I even wholeheartedly believe that happiness is the cure for back pain. However, there is some research that's going to get us to think about this subject just a little bit here. And so you'll see that in some ways this may actually be true. But first, I do want to ask you a question. Do you like your job? And I ask you that question because there have been numerous studies on people at work, and the studies are showing that people who hate their job are 3 times more likely to experience back pain. I'm sorry, actually 3 times more likely to be hurt at work than those who actually like their jobs. 3 times more likely. That's not a coincidence at all. If you don't like your job or if you're unhappy with work, you are much more likely to get hurt. Seems pretty simple, right? Stay happy at work, don't get hurt. This could also translate into other areas of your life. And here's a personal story, just for me and how I deal with stress. Every once in a while when I'm under a great deal of stress, it's amazing. It seems like my body will give me what I need to get through the stressful situation. But then, if it's not an emergency, my body almost wants to shut down. It tells me I'm tired and I need to rest. I need to go to sleep. I need to just stop what I'm doing right now and go rest. And imagine if I'm going through this particular stress response and I'm in the midst of something like work, lifting things, carrying things, positioning ourselves in certain postures. I'm under a great deal of stress. I'm trying to do my job, but because of the physiological things that are happening while I'm dealing with that stress, I'm just so tired and fatigued, chances are I'm going to do something wrong. I'm going to either make some mistakes while lifting. I'm going to start not using proper biomechanics when I'm doing my work. I may not have good posture. I may just make mistakes, and those things can create pain. Now, so it may not be necessarily that unhappiness is what caused your pain or the stress is what caused your pain, but it may have created the environment that then caused you to then begin experiencing more pain. So don't create that environment that's going to promote or encourage injury. Don't live in a way that's so stressful on your body that it's slowly shutting down during every activity that you're doing, leaving you more susceptible to injury. Take some specific steps to de-stress, and when you do that, your body will thank you for it. Take steps to be happy. Now, there are a lot of things that we talk about during our stress management program. It's the IDEAS system for stress management. We go over lots of different ways and strategies and mindsets when it comes to relieving stress. But since we're on the subject of happiness, I'm going to leave you with this equation that I was told at some point. And I don't remember where I heard it, but it's something that can apply. It says that happiness equals reality over expectation. Now, I just said it. I just put happiness into a mathematical equation. And you hear that and you probably think there's no way you can put happiness into an equation. But just think about this for just a second. Reality over expectation and how that relates to our happiness. Let's just go back. When I think of myself as a kid, I used to love cars. I would study cars. I'd read Motor Trend magazine, and that was my favorite thing to do as I was a teenager. I fell in love with this car called the Lamborghini, and the Lamborghini was the most amazing car in the world, and there was a period of time where I actually thought there is no other car worth driving but a Lamborghini. Then reality set in, and my actual car was what we would call a jalopy, but you know what? That thing got me exactly where I needed to go. But if I were to really believe that the only way that I could be happy would be if I were driving that Lamborghini, my car would be a constant source of unhappiness. Now, that may seem like a silly example, and it's hard to apply that to our lives, but let's keep going. I'm a parent of 4 kids, and for you guys as parents, or you probably have this idea of what kids should be and how our kids should behave and how they should act or how they should treat us or how they should talk. We have all these different thoughts, and I know I did when I first became a parent. And then I realized at some point, kids are just kids, and as wonderful as they are definitely not perfect. But if my expectation were that my children were going to be perfect, completely respectful, always speaking the right way, doing everything absolutely the way that they needed to do it, they would be a source of unhappiness every single day. Because I'll tell you, my kids aren't perfect, just like the rest of us. None of us are perfect. So if our expectation is so far out of line with what is reality, then that is a recipe for unhappiness. You can apply this into every part of your life. So what do you think? In what area do you need to apply this principle? Is it your family? Is it kids? Is it in your financial situation? Is it at home? Is it with relationships with others? Is it with what you're feeling and your health? Just think about that. Our reality over our expectation. Make sure they're a lot more in line, and you're much more likely to experience less stress. And the less stress that you have, the less pain you're going to have. Put those pieces together and you will be healthy. I am Dr. Emil Tompkins, and I'm looking forward to seeing life, your life, without the pain. Have a great day.